With a small wire thing. Yeah, it's not working. It goes vertical. Yes. Yes.
Better than you deserve.
Yep. That was not working no more. Oh, damn it. Doesn't work.
That is killed.
Work on immersion card. Hear it. Yep. The alright, it is not. It won't work again.
Chopper exfil strike team. Take it if we need to regroup. Back in range.
Better than you deserve. Your pain is fleeting.
radiation levels are through the roof. That thing's practically a walking atom bomb.
play this one. Saying, what do you want to do? Yeah, it's need to be good. Or smells. After smells are done. And
Alright, what's going on, guys? Welcome everybody back to another video on the channel. Hope you're having a good day. So in this video we are going to be looking at the top 10 best guns to use in Black Ops Cold War Zombies. Now I've been playing this game absolutely non-stop since it came out, and I've been discovering probably some of the better weapons that you can use to either get higher rounds or just for general gameplay or to even get Easter eggs. These are going to be a list of probably some of the higher tier weapons in the game that I highly recommend investing some time and some points into and everything. So I think you guys are going to enjoy this list. Since Treyarch is making balance patches every so often to zombies, some of these guns may change in effectiveness as time goes on, but I would say in general, the overall capability of these are going to be relatively the same throughout the entire game's life cycle. So with that being said, if you guys do end up enjoying today's video, I would really appreciate a thumbs up. It is absolutely free, and that would be great. Subscribe if you guys are new to the channel for more zombies content and just Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War stuff in general. And I do stream almost every day over on Twitch. If you guys don't already follow me, links down below. But anyways, guys, let's get into this. So coming in today at our number 10 spot is going to be a pretty interesting one. This is the KSP-45. Now, this is not the most traditional gun in the world. It is a burst fire SMG, and this might cause a lot of people to immediately write this one off, but I think there's significantly more to this weapon than meets the eye. When it's upgraded, the headshot damage is absolutely unreal, and I strongly recommend, if you do end up playing this gun, to upgrade your full SMG class in your menu using your Ethereum crystals, as it's going to slightly increase the overall effectiveness of the gun. But it's like one of those guns that you play very methodically and slow and go for headshots. It rewards a steady hand, and even on higher rounds, it can pretty much hold its own against almost anything. It's not super effective on like big boss zombies, but just for the regular hordes of the typical ones, it doesn't do too badly at all, and I think it's severely underrated in the game. Again, it's not the best gun on this list because it is only at the number 10 spot, but I think it's absolutely worth trying if you've never given this gun the time of day. But moving on, and coming in at the number 9 spot, we have the FFAR, or what is essentially the FAMAS from older Zombies games. For you zombie veterans who have used the FAMAS, you know that the games it was featured in, it was an absolutely phenomenal assault rifle, and it is no different in Black Ops Cold War. It is absolutely the case that this is one of the most reliable and fun weapons to use in the entire game. A pretty large magazine size, along with the absolutely stellar rate of fire, means that this gun is going to be good just on regular hordes. It is amazing in insta-kills, as it can clear an entire horde in 2 seconds flat. In my opinion, this is one of the weapons that is worth fully upgrading to tier 3 in the Pack-a-Punch for sure, and it's just like, it's the jack of all trades, right? Get everything done. You can play high rounds with this, you can do starting room challenges, or you can do the entire Easter egg. Whatever your job is at the moment, the FFAR can get it done, and that's probably its biggest strength, but it's so much fun to use. Now, taking the number 8 spot, I was so torn between two weapons. I was going to either put the AK-74U or the Milano, and I had to go at the end of the day with the Milano for a few reasons. I think that the amount of reliability, as well as just the absolute sheer amount of damage it does to boss zombies, compared to the 74U, is what makes it maybe just a cut above. The 74U, I think, is better when you have insta-kills and you can kill zombies a little bit more quickly because of its faster rate of fire, but the Milano is an absolute beat because it's so steady, and when you pack-a-punch this, it becomes especially effective, and I highly recommend using this one too. The most important thing is to go for a laser sight on this weapon, as hip fire is unbelievably effective, because if you don't have stamina that gives you like the ADS bonus where you don't get slowed down at all, the SMGs are probably going to be your best bet. You're not going to want to be aimed on the sights nearly as much, and the Milano is great for that. So coming in today at the number 7 spot is going to be the DIE Shockwave. So this is the base wonder weapon on the map, and while this technically can't be pack-a-punched in the traditional form, it can be upgraded through various Easter eggs, which we will explore later. Original version, however, is nothing to be slept on. Even though it's not technically upgraded, it is still an absolute force on the battlefield, especially in the higher rounds, because this gun, the biggest thing, it has infinite ammo, as you can use the left trigger to suck up zombies, thus replenishing your ammo. So you can refill it in a lot of ways, and then otherwise it shoots a blast when you do have sufficient ammo enough to use it. It requires a little bit of patience to do this well, but if you have the patience just to keep running around and not get trapped, you can use this gun literally infinitely. The Shockwave does take a little bit of technique and nuance and skill to use, so that's why I'm putting it pretty high up on this list. I think it's absolutely wonderful, and maybe it isn't as good as its upgraded counterparts, but it is still an absolutely solid choice for any task game or zombies game. Coming up next at number 6, we have the Magnum, and when you upgrade it, it becomes the Private Eye, which is one of the coolest names in the entire game as far as pack-a-punched weapons go. Now, the weapon itself is going to be greatly dependent on how you use it. It is essentially what is the Python from Black Ops 1 and 2. A lot of you guys will be familiar with that, and it behaves sort of like a Destiny hand cannon, essentially. If you're only going for the body, you might be a little bit disappointed on how much damage it puts out, but headshots are unbelievably lethal, and it's probably one of the best options for big chungus bosses as well. A lot of the guns in this game can be boiled down to fire rate and damage output. You know, like low damage, high fire rate weapons are pretty much good for like regular zombies, not so much bosses, whereas the opposite is true with big chunguses. You want sort of slow firing but high rewarding headshot multipliers, and the Magnum will get that job done. You can even spawn in this weapon if you choose to do so, and it is a really reliable option for the first few rounds. I should also mention as a side note, the gun is just super satisfying to use. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the animation, maybe it's the reload, perhaps it's the sound. I'm not really sure. I can't put my finger on it, but it's like, it's not the best gun in the game, and it's certainly not. It's definitely one of the most satisfying, so you gotta give credit where credit's due. Coming today at the number 5 spot, however, we have the sleeper pick, which ended up being one of the sickest guns in the whole game, the M16. Now, for those of you zombie vets again, you'll know that this was a pretty iconic gun from the older games. It was called the Skull Splitter, and that remains true even in Cold War Zombies. However, I would say that its effectiveness has nearly doubled since the older games. When you upgrade it, it becomes a 6-round burst assault rifle, which is kind of unheard of, and burst weapons are kind of hard to balance in zombies games, but I would say in this one, it is just completely stellar. It's actually ridiculous how good this gun is. And similarly to the FFAR, which we referenced earlier in the list, it is just as effective, if not way more, at doing, again, high rounds or getting Easter eggs done. And it just looks so clean, too. It's overall one of the best guns in the game, hands down. Coming up next at the number 5 spot, we have another kind of sleeper pick, the Hauer Shotgun, and this was really surprising to me. So just generally, if you guys are familiar with the game at all, shotguns are absolutely incredible, and there's no doubt about that. The Hauer Shotgun often gets overlooked, however, because I don't believe it's a wall buy anywhere, but that doesn't mean it's not good when you do pull it from the box. Now, this is also a pump-action shotgun, but when Pack-a-Punch becomes the Orion 777, pump-action shotguns in zombies can be hit or miss, right? It all depends on how quickly you can let off another shot after shooting once, and thankfully, the lever animation is really fast on this gun, allowing you to put out a lot of damage very quickly. Again, it's super effective on hordes of zombies, individual zombies, boss zombies, and the whole works. Again, pretty much effective for almost anything you need to do, except long range, obviously. Definitely one of the weapons that doesn't get enough attention, but I highly recommend you use it, and it'll probably surprise you. Coming today at the number 3 spot, we have one of the most goated guns in the whole game, the Hauer's older brother, essentially, and this is going to be the Gallo 12. So, the reason this gun is so good is because it can be purchased off the wall fairly early at a blue rarity, and it's just like extremely effective for your early game. But not only that, it's super reliable on high rounds, on Easter egg attempts, and just everything. Like, it may not do as much damage per shot necessarily as the Hauer, but the rate of fire combined with the magazine size relative to how much you can put out is just, I think it's a cut above the Hauer in that regard. Just watching the gameplay, you can see that it absolutely shreds zombies, even on higher rounds, and it does numbers on big chunkus. You don't have to worry about boss zombies if you have a Gallo 12, pretty much at almost any round. If you can get up close and land those extremely lethal headshots, then it's going to do some serious work. But pack-a-punching the Gallo 12 has become pretty much instantly one of my go-to strategies strategies every single time I play the machine, and I would reckon that unless they nerf this, that's going to be one of my go-to weapons for really any situation at all, right? You really can't go wrong with this gun, and that's its biggest strength. Coming today at our number 2 spot is a pretty interesting one. This is the Electrobolt upgrade to the DIE Wonder Weapon. Now, when we were mentioning the DIE Shockwave, the base variant, it is pretty good, but I think the Electrobolt is going to be better in most situations, but it depends on how you play it. I think this is most useful against boss zombies, and if you're playing high round attempts where your bullet guns just really aren't getting the job done anymore. Again, it can be used against regular zombies, and it's somewhat effective for that, but I think it absolutely shreds the big chungus, and that's probably where you want to use it most. Compared to the Wonder Weapon upgrades of the past zombies games, the Electrobolt is pretty easy, to be honest. Like, almost anybody should be able to do this in their game. If you want to use this variant, you can do so with pretty much no problem whatsoever, but really worth checking out, and I absolutely love the electric variant. But finally, guys, coming in today at the number 1 spot is a weapon that needs absolutely no introduction, the ray gun. So the ray gun is back in Cold War, and if you haven't heard the news, is seriously the best gun in the game. Like, it is actually exciting to get the ray gun again, which zombie fans haven't had in quite some years. Now, the unfortunate news is the day of me recording this video, Treyarch literally nerfed the ray gun overnight, and you guys are seeing the pre-patch version of this weapon. It is an absolute nuke, even into the upper rounds, and it's just insane. Now, they did nerf it, and they cut the damage to literally a third of what it is in this gameplay. It's still going to be super effective, and the ray gun is still probably going to be the best gun in the game. It's hard to say at this point if it's going to be the absolute delete machine like it is in this gameplay that you're watching. However, the ray gun is great again, and I'm just really happy to report that it is by far the best gun in the game right now, unless something else takes the meta, or if they decide to nerf the ray gun further, which I hope they don't. I wouldn't mind if they restored the ray gun to its original quality either. I would not be opposed. But yeah, guys, that is going to be my top 10 best guns in Cold War list.
I'm not sorry that you beat me. You're supposed to apologize for beating us. He's not, though. That's not a sincere apology. I don't like to see it.
Still got 4 kills in it. Hey, Ryan, get so I'm talking to my YouTube. Hey, silence that computer real quick. Come on, bro. This one is nasty though. It's the last question. Alright, what's going on, guys? Welcome everybody back to another video on the channel. Hope you're having a good day. So in this video, we are going to be looking at the top 10 best guns to use in Black Ops Cold War Zombies. Now, I've been playing this game absolutely non-stop since it came out, and I've been discovering probably some of the better weapons that you can use to either get higher rounds, or just for general gameplay, or to even get Easter eggs done. These are going to be a list of probably some of the higher tier weapons in the game that I highly recommend investing some time and some points into and everything. So I think you guys are going to enjoy this list. Since Treyarch is making balance patches every so often to zombies, some of these guns may change in effectiveness as time goes on, but I would say in general, the overall capability of these are going to be relatively the same throughout the entire game's life cycle. So with that being said, if you guys do end up enjoying today's video, I would really appreciate a thumbs up. It is absolutely free,
Very possible. Yes, says death, let's go. Hey.
Most traditional gun in the world, it is a burst fire SMG, and this might cause a lot of people to immediately write this one off, but I think there's significantly more to this weapon than meets the eye. When it's upgraded, the headshot damage is absolutely unreal, and I strongly recommend, if you do end up playing this gun, to upgrade your full SMG class in your menu using your Ethereum crystals, as it's going to slightly increase the overall effectiveness of a gun. But it's like one of those guns that you play very methodically and slow and go for headshots. It rewards a steady hand, and even on higher...
Yeah, how fucking know KFC fucking mid? It's not even know the gun. Mid. Since fuck that. That's kind of what KSP is, knowing for better concept.
Oh, I know you're a smooth rock.